Hey guys, Prince Laharu-kun here, and welcome back to Mother 3. And that is a limousine, which would probably explain the really weird noise we heard earlier. And hello there, Mr. Chauffeur. Master Lucas, yes? Our great leader and new king of the entire world, Master Porky, cordially invites you to the greatest city in the world, New Pork City. I will take you there in this stretch limousine, so please step inside. Okay. You know, I've never actually said no to that. I wonder if you give them the chance to go back. Because once you go to this area that they're taking you to, you can't go back to Tazmily, ever. So I'm wondering if saying no will give you the chance to do that. Of course, I have to walk all the way around. The life and times of a chauffeur, I suppose. Well, take your time now. Or, wait. Take your time there, Mr. Chauffeur. You know, you can do this all day. So last time on Mother 3, we went to Chupachopio Temple and pulled the needle. We also took care of the masked man. And did that... Is that... Okay. Flying limousine, I'll take it, I guess. What do you think? It's much more spacious than it appears on the outside, wouldn't you agree? We'll arrive at New Pork City shortly, so please relax and enjoy yourselves for a while. Sure. That sounds pretty good to me, I suppose. So you can wander around the limousine and look around at stuff, but really, there's not a whole lot that's really of interest except this. This is a, this actually counts as a hot spring, but you don't need it because you start out fully healed. At least, I'm pretty sure you do. I'm gonna heal up just to make sure. And to say that I took a bath, I guess. Why not, right? I mean, how many times can you say you've ever done that? Yeah, see, you're at full health anyway. This, however, is a pretty interesting bit of dialogue. Grown-up drinks are lined up here. It's spicy, bitter, yucky poison, so kids can't drink it. Oh wait, grown-ups can't drink it either. So you could examine all this stuff, and this over here is kind of interesting. This is one of those famous champagne towers. Actually, upon closer inspection, it's only a painting. Which is quite interesting because it doesn't look anything like a painting, but hey, whatever floats their boat, I suppose. So that's really all you can do here. And if you want to continue on with the story, you can also save if you want to. You just talk to the passenger seat here. Examine, I suppose, not talk to. Same button, same thing. Yes, there it is. Say hello to New Pork City. Alright guys, this is the place that the Tazmily villagers completely abandoned. Wait, no. This is the place that the Tazmily villagers went to and completely abandoned Tazmily for. Yeah, that's right. You might also recognize this location from a certain other game that Lucas appears in, which I'm pretty sure you all know of. And if you don't, well, then you probably never played that game before, I suppose. Chapter 8. All Things. All things indeed. Because in this chapter, the final chapter, all things will be revealed. And that is more of a truth than anything else. This is without any doubt the biggest this chapter has the most content. It's one of the shortest chapters, but it's also got the most content in it, and you'll see why. You will see. Well, we finally arrived. Please watch your step as you exit the car. You haven't forgotten anything, have you? Well, considering we have pockets that can hold a massive amount of things, you'd be surprised. Seeing as this is your first time here, I'll give you this map of the city so you don't get lost. Oh, well, thank you. That's very kind of you, Sir Chauffeur. Well then, Master Lucas, I'm sure I'll see you again soon. with a different look. Wait, we're gonna see you again? The heck? Well, I guess that'd be pretty cool since we get to ride in the limousine again. I wouldn't mind riding in a limousine that essentially just flies everywhere. Although kinda scary to think that they've already gotten flying cars at this point in the game's technology when we were at the beginning of the game and literally only 2 years passed and they've got flying cars. Huh. And here's some music you might recognize as well. Yep, that's the good old Newport City theme. Now, Newport City is, it's huge. There's all sorts of things we can go and do, but there's one particular thing that I want to do this video before we go and explore Newport City, so unfortunately, you're gonna have to wait on the exploration of this city, but don't worry. Don't worry, we'll be exploring the city. That's pretty much a guarantee. But for now, there's something I really need to do in this video. So, the place you need to go first is actually the theater here, and don't worry, we'll talk to these guys later. And so you come inside here, and there's really not much in here, but if you talk to the ticket receptionist, there's no admission fee for this theater. We're showing a wonderful adventure movie personally selected by Master Porky himself. But apparently a stink bug has snuck inside and stuck up the place. I hate having to kill all these things. Yuck. Interesting. It's free because Porky picked it himself, huh? Let's see this movie. Oh. Hello, Ness and Paula and Mr. Saturns. That's right, you guys. Porky has specifically selected a bunch of clips from Earthbound. That's interesting. How does Porky know about that? And why would he pick clips from Earthbound? Very interesting. So, oh gosh. So what you want to do is you could talk to all these guys, or you could try running and this happens. Hey you! The only ones allowed to run inside this theater are the stars on the screen. Yeah, you can't run in here. Because Mrs. McMeanie Pants over there will get mad at you. Meanie. So we gotta talk to this guy here. Your guys' leader is locked up in an apartment building underground. Huh? You don't know nothing about no leader? But your leader wants to see you. Here I am, putting myself at risk to tell you this, and you honestly don't know the guy? Well, yeah. I see. So you really don't know about him. I don't know, maybe you're supposed to meet him without knowing who he is or something. He definitely wants to meet you guys, though. Interesting. So, apparently, a leader of ours wants to meet in the apartments, but we can't get to him. So, I'm sure you might have noticed this over here, so when you look at it, the hole in the speaker leads into the sewers. That was convenient, why not? It would be a bit difficult for people to fit through this. Well, that's really annoying. So, what you want to do is look for a place that stinks. See, this area stinks. This area doesn't stink at all. This area stinks as well. But this area really stinks. What do you got there, Lucas? Find something? Oh, hello, green bug. Oh gosh, Boney? 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 Hey, Boney? You should probably quit that before we get some complaints, Boney. Boney? Uh-oh. Well, looks like Boney went inside the sewers. So now we're out of a party member. And, we're gonna go find him, because that's not good. Because we need all four of us here. We really do. So, there's no direct way to get into the sewers, so what you actually have to do here is go into this place right here. Which is, oh wow, I completely blanked out there, sorry about that. Which is an arcade game, or an arcade place. So, here's Thomas. I'm totally owning at this game right now, so don't talk to me. Gosh. And don't you dare try to ram into me. Well, you know, just for that, I will ram into you, Thomas. Gah. I told you not to ram into me. Sheesh. Yeah, well, you totally deserve it for being a total jerk. So you talk to this guy, which is literally named Guy. I've been hearing a dog whimpering for a while. I think it's somewhere right below us. I can't go check it out, though. The reason being that I'm afraid of dogs. Seriously, their noses are wet, they wag their tails, they lick people's faces. I totally can't handle that. So could you go look for the dog instead? Well, yeah. Really? You must like dogs then. So you'll look for me. Okay, I'll open this heavy cover. I'm putting myself at major risk, though. Okay. I'll open the sewer entrance for you. Here goes nothing. Alright. So now we have access to the sewers. Which is... oh, and your Boney's barking. Which is actually a mini dungeon. I just said that, Kumatora. He must be nearby. Yeah, he probably is. So, here we've got some brand new enemies, the metal attack roaches. Metal attack roaches are really annoying, because... oh, and we've also got PK Starstorm, which is a really cool move. I'll show that off later. Because these stupid stink bugs are only weak to thunder. And because thunder has a random chance of hitting... well, yeah. They also do attacks like that, and can also cause your body to solidify, because you don't want to imagine these things with their wings spread out. See, thunder, if it weren't for that stupid chance of not hitting anyone, it'd be a really nice spell, but... and they'll do combo attacks too. Enemies are done hitting you just once. You're gonna get comboed. Oh, really? That's such a waste of PSI points. That's why I hate Thunder, because it almost never hits. And Duster still can't move. Quit attacking Kumatora. Seriously. Stop it. I guess he stops now, huh? You get quite a bit of experience for this, so if you didn't level up before with the Hefty Heads, this is an alternatively good place to level up. So now I gotta heal up after that. I just totally wasted that. Thankfully that doesn't take a terribly long time. So now there's all sorts of enemies out here. And we got a brand new enemy here. The Putrid Moldy Man, which is indeed a reference to Earthbound for those of you who've played it. The thing has a lot of health, so I'm gonna have to do something... actually, I'll use PK level Mega just to show it off. Putrid Moldy Men are actually quite annoying, and they're weak to freeze, so I strongly recommend you do that if you're trying to kill them quickly, because they do have a lot of health. And this song is kinda hard to combo to. And I even solidified him too. Nice. 735 damage. But that move is such a PSI point waster, it's ridiculous. And I'm only using these a lot because we're actually coming up to a hot spring, which I totally just ran past like a moron. Thankfully those moldy men they die pretty quickly on their own. So we've got this room here, and one of these has an item in it, and the other are enemies. See, you've got a saltwater gun, which will come in handy very soon. I'm pretty sure the rest of these are enemies. No? Magic pudding. I'm pretty sure this one's an enemy then. Yeah, that's what I thought. A stupid jerk got Lucas nauseated, so now I have to heal that real quick, I think. Yeah, there we go. I keep forgetting this is a traditional RPG and that I actually have to heal my status ailments. I'm so used to games like Xenoblade where you just get fully healed after battle and stuff like that. It's kind of weird. You'd think I'd be more used to the old way, but nope, I'm getting spoiled. Oh man. Go, 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 go. Oh no. Yes, yes, yes. Go, go, go. Yes. Beautiful. Very beautiful, and Kumatora is feverish. Great. There's a mole cricket here who sells you stuff. But I don't really need to buy anything from him, so we'll worry about that later. So here's a new area, the apartments. It's also worth noting there's actually a glitch here. If you open the map, for whatever reason, you get the map to Thunder Tower. I'm not sure why, but here's the map to Thunder Tower if you ever miss that place. Which, I didn't. But hey look, it's Boney. What's up, Boney? You kinda ran off. I chased after a strange smelling bug and somehow wound up here. And we get the party join music after a long time. But never mind that. Look what's in this next room. Oh, okay. What's in this next room? Whoa! Hello, letter. Long time no see. Alright, let's talk to letter here. Yes, it's me. Letter, the bell ringer. It must have been a real shock to hear me speaking for once. It wasn't that I couldn't talk all this time, I simply chose not to. As I rang that crossroad bell, deep inside my heart, I had decided I would speak to no one. But the secrets I've been guarding are now starting to leak out. Lucas, the time has come to tell you everything. What I'm about to tell you, you might not want to know. Even so, you absolutely must hear it. It will be a long story, but please, listen to it all. Given who you are and how you've lived, what I have to say will tear at your hearts. And there is just so much to tell. So I've decided to have the stink bug trembling behind me memorize everything I say. Ready, Mr. Stink Bug? Long ago, there existed a world different from what the people on these islands think of. This world was incredibly big. More people lived on this world than there are grains of sand on these nowhere islands. I know it may be hard to imagine, but such a world once existed. Understand? At some point, the world wound up destroyed. Naturally, it was humans who destroyed it. In the back of their minds, everyone had an inkling that it would happen at some point. And then, it really did happen. And so, the world is no more. Everything so far has been about the end of the world. Did you understand all of it? Just before the end of the world, a white ship came to these islands. On it were all the people of Tasmily Village. Yes, aboard the white ship were those few who had managed to escape the world. The people on this ship still went by their names from the previous world. This white ship plan had been set in place before the world was destroyed. And although they're part of the world, these nowhere islands are a special place. They were the one place that would remain, even if the world was lost. The one and only place where people could survive. And so the white ship arrived at these islands. Everything so far has been about the white ship. Did you understand all of it? Have you committed everything so far to memory, Stinkbug? The reason these islands are special is because they harbor a giant dragon nearly as large as the islands themselves. Long, long ago, people lived together with the dragon. However, at some point in time, the people and the dragon could no longer coexist. Using the 7 needles, the dragon was placed into a long, long sleep by the ancestors of the Magypsy people, who have lived here since ancient times. Ever since the Magypsies have guarded the needles, in an effort to prevent the dragon from being woken until its power is truly needed. Thus, until the time of its awakening, the dragon continued to sleep as the power of the earth itself. And so, because of the tremendous energy of the dragon hidden deep below, these islands are protected from the end of the world. Everything so far has been about the dragon and the Magypsies. Did you understand all of it? Those who came here aboard the white ship feared another end of the world more than anything else. They felt that the world's destruction was a direct result of the way they had lived. The people of the white ship discussed things at great length. They shared their wisdom and spoke with grave seriousness. And then they arrived at their conclusion. They decided to completely erase everyone's memories of the previous world and start their lives over with new rules and new roles. Yes, in short, everyone would play out the ideal story that they had come up with. That is what happened. The people would restart their lives in a simple, peaceful village, in the kind of place they wished they had grown up in. They would erase their memory of everything, the world, their belongings, their rules, and then they would begin their lives anew. Everyone's old memories would be reset and replaced with the newly created story. And thus the village of Tasmily came to be. However, it was necessary to record the fact that the memory replacement had taken place. The hummingbird egg was the device used to store the memories of the white ship people. Wes and his son Duster, both playing the role of thieves, were set to take action should a dangerous situation occur. Remember when they went to Osohe Castle? They went there to retrieve the secrets of the people of the White Ship. And there's one other thing. Me. It was essential that one person retain memory of the previous world to sort of keep watch over things. I was the only one in the village of Tasmily who wasn't given a role in the new story. The sound of my bell served as a suggestion to keep everyone's fabricated memories from reverting. My name Leader comes from the word leader. No, that doesn't mean I was anyone special. It was just that I was particularly taller than all the others. So upon discussion, I was selected because it would be easier for me to stand out. Being so tall, people wouldn't come see me, you know? And so I was given the role of revealing these secrets when the time truly called for it. Everything so far has been about those who lost everything. Although Tasmily Village exists in reality, it was originally created as part of a story. I know this may be difficult to believe, but do you understand so far? Let me also talk about Osohe Castle. Apparently, long ago, a kingdom existed on this island centered around the king of Osohe. However, when we arrived on the White Ship, the people of this kingdom were gone. It seems they had left the islands, fearing the dragon's eventual awakening someday. Before boarding the White Ship, Princess Kumatora was an infant who had lost her mother and father. Upon coming to these islands, she was given to the Magypsies to raise, and given the role of Princess of Osohe Castle. Wes and Duster, being her retainers, was another part of the fabricated story. Osohe Castle is one of the few and precious relics of this island's past. We crafted our story in haste so that people inside it have very little past or history. Have you noticed that no one in Tasmily can talk about things from 100 or 1,000 years ago? In truth, we had wanted to create an entire plethora of myths and legends. But our story was made in such a hurry that we weren't able to. It's a real shame. I'm sure that much of what I'm saying you'd rather not hear, but it's the truth. Have you listened to everything so far? Have you committed everything so far to memory, Mr. Stinkbug? Truthfully, we had no idea how Tasmily Village would turn out, but things actually went rather well. The people who had arrived on the White Ship had fully taken to their new identities. They believed they had always lived together peacefully. It was when a person by the name of Porky stumbled upon these islands that everything started to go amok. It seems he used a time distorter machine to travel through time and space at will. However, he was apparently shut out from all other time and spaces and tumbled into this era and these islands. Even worse, he used his time distorter to bring many people from other eras here. The Pig Mask, as well as everyone in Newport City, were all brought here and brainwashed by Porky. This Porky fellow seems to view these islands as his own personal toy box, with which he can do anything he wants. He would take animals apart and recombine them to make creepy new chimeras. As a childlike dictator, he began doing whatever he pleased, including building Thunder Tower and forming his own army. Porky eventually learned the White Ship's secret because of a traitor among the Magypsies. Do you understand about the intruder known as Porky? This traitor was Lockria, the seventh Magypsy, and the only one you haven't met yet. After Lockria joined forces with Porky, Porky learned about the White Ship people and the secret of the sleeping dragon. Porky decided to pull the needles to wake the dragon so he could use the power for himself. The dragon is the power of the very earth itself, you see. It's said that whoever pulls the sealing needles will become the dragon's master. However, only a very select few are capable of pulling the dragon's needles. Apparently neither the Magypsies nor Porky have that capability. Yet the needles are being pulled now. That means Porky is somehow controlling someone who can control the dragon's power. We have to put a stop to Porky's antics. If we don't, the world will be completely destroyed again, and it will spell the true end for everything. For Porky, that might be the ultimate pleasure, but we can't allow it to happen. We, the last handful of people there are, absolutely can't allow it to happen. Lucas, it seems you're a chosen one with the ability to pull the needle sealing the dragon away. You must pull the dark dragon's needles with your own hand, and pass your heart on to the dragon. Let this be my one and only order to you as your leader. Do you understand everything about the dragon's awakening? I hear that 6 of the dragon's needles have already been pulled. Deep in the earth, the dragon is likely beginning to stir from its sleep now. Supposedly the last needle is somewhere here in Newport City. Porky has been gathering everything that lives on these islands into Newport City to prepare for the final needle's pulling. It's possible that he's planning to hold one final twisted party, but now is our chance to change this looming crisis into a golden opportunity. All things may come to an end, or new and bountiful things may begin. Wouldn't you like to help that happen? Lucas, you were once a weak, fragile boy, but now you've been given a tremendous role to fulfill. Now that you know everything, including everything yet I'm sure you'd rather not know, the time has come for you to save the future of all life as we know it. God won't make you bear more than you can carry. I'm sure you've heard that phrase before. Know that you aren't fighting alone. Everyone, and I do mean everyone, will lend you their support. That was a long story, but that is the end of everything I have to tell you. Did you understand it all? Only the Magypsies really know the needle's locations, so I don't know where to find them. But from the way Porky and the others have been acting, I would say they're now very close to reaching the 7th needle. Please, Lucas, be the one who pulls the final needle. Porky issues his orders from the 100th floor of the Empire Porky building. Start by jumping into the fray and storming the building. After that, you can start looking for clues. It's been just such a long time since I've spoken to anyone, and now I'm exhausted. This stink bug should remember everything I've just said. Take him with you. That way, if you happen to forget anything I've said here, you can ask him to repeat it. Will you go with them, Mr. Stinkbug? And just like that, we have learned the absolute truth behind everything. As the beginning of this chapter stated, all things will be revealed. However, we haven't fully found out everything quite yet. While that does explain the history of everything about Tazmily, Kumatora, and Duster, and even Lucas's identities to an extent, there's still some things that remain left unsaid and unfounded. The real question is, when will we find out about these things? But unfortunately, we're not going to be able to find out about them now, because this episode's going to have to end. But I do just need to say this one thing. Can you imagine, right now, being Lucas, knowing full well that the village that you lived on is nothing more than a fabricated lie created by your ancestors? The fact that you even exist right now, and everything that you've known about your world has been completely turned upside down. Everything that you thought you knew about your world is actually just a fabricated story. The way your father lived, the way your mother lived, although they had all lived at one point, they don't even really have true lives because they had to erase their prior memories. But perhaps it was worth it. What if the previous world before this one was truly an evil place that nobody could live in? That's just something to think about. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and next time, we begin our scale up the 100th floor building of Empire Porky building. Until then, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys then.